Hey, how are you? Good morning, everybody. We're going to talk about listings today. So we're going to talk about the new NAR forms, which are mandatory, mandated by who? NAR and the Department of Justice, the DOJ. That got signed into law in November 26th of 2024, and it actually got into practice in August 17th of 2024. So that was a class action lawsuit that the Department of Justice, you guys knew about that. That was huge, okay? So now every real estate agency and every real estate agent must truly follow those laws. Those are laws. So we're gonna go over them today. And one of the biggest things we've been having is, and heck, I just got a call from a realtor coming over here right now. He's got the listing, and he said to me, Ismael, the buyer's agent is clueless. He goes, I'm going to do his job. I'm going to do my job. He knows nothing about the paperwork. I go, you know, you got a couple ways to go about it. Just go ahead, be a kind realtor, and if you control the whole thing, now you know that you got better chances on it closing, correct? Or number two, if you're going to do double the job, go back and say, look, I'm just going to give you guys an example. From 2.5% that I'm paying you, listen, because I'm doing your job and mine, can we agree upon 2%? And then I'll handle it all. You know, I'll ask for your assistance here and there. And then grab 0.5% and bring it over to the listing. So you got those two options to do. You know, that one's totally up to you guys. I'm going to talk about these forms because I've changed a great deal. I've changed a great deal in my thoughts, my ways from when we first started. You guys know that everything we do here, we do to help the community. We do to help our clients, the consumers. We do this to help you guys succeed and become, you know, successful realtors in the state of Florida. You guys have no overhead here. You guys have knowledge every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. One of the things that we talked about in that meeting that I was telling you guys about was that, you know, they're talking about how much money they spent in litigation and attorneys since January 1st to today's date. And one of the things that I kept bringing up, I just didn't go, you know, I didn't go into it really deeply into it. I go, it's called education. Now, why does Partnership Realty do so many classes? Keep you guys out of trouble. When you guys out of trouble, then I am not listening. I only listen, sorry, the other way around. I only listen to these other brokers saying, I expect, I'm not going to tell you how much, but I mean, it's large dollar amounts on litigations with themselves, with you guys, and so forth. So education prevents all that. You guys have to know what you're doing. Real estate is not showing a property, man. If you guys really think, I mean, what does real estate mean? Seriously, what does it mean? You're gonna go show a property? You're in the wrong line of work, okay? I'm telling you right now, the attorneys are hungry. How do the attorneys make money? Have you guys ever heard of a funeral home? How do they make money? You gotta what? Die. All right. How do attorneys make money? You gotta what? Do something wrong. Lawsuits. So attorneys, they want to make money. They want to go send their kids to Ivy League schools. They want to buy the best cars, the best houses, but they need what? Yes, they need lawsuits, correct? So who are the ones now that are making the mistakes? You think it's me? Because I don't bring any of my problems upon you guys. But you guys bring what upon me? No. You know what? We are the only real estate agency of our size that provides free E&O. Free E&O. There's no other agency of our size that provides free E&O. They have to charge you, whether it's on a transaction fee, monthly fees, quarterly fees, annual fees. They have no choice, because every time you make a mistake and errors and omissions pays, correct? Errors and omission pays, guess what happens to that policy? Up. up. And say another claim is done against the errors and omissions, guess what happens again? Up. It's just like a car insurance policy. Have you seen a car insurance policy? Have one accident, what happens? Have 2 accidents, 3, 4, 5 accidents. Your insurance is going to become so expensive that now Partnership Realty has no choice but to charge you guys. Oh, I haven't charged you guys in 27 years. Do you know what the secret of that one is? Education. It's that simple. When you know.
Just paid out $250,000. I was telling him a couple weeks ago because she sold the house in Jupiter and said the land was high and dry.
I'm sorry to hear that.
And so
our errors and omissions is never paid, ever.
And apparently the house flooded from some rain.
That's got to do with the insurance policy.
So
that's got nothing to do with errors and omissions.
But the realtor told the buyers that the land was high and dry.
Okay, so let me help you. This is what this class is about.
Yeah.
So say there is a lawsuit going on. Correct? Would you like to be involved in it or not?
No.
Thank you. How do you not be involved in a lawsuit? Tell me, guys. By doing your paperwork exactly the way I'm going to show you today.
Right.
Exactly. If your paperwork is properly documented, I mean to the T. Partnership Realty has not lost one lawsuit in 27 years. I don't know if
you wrote it in the addendum.
I don't care where you wrote it up. There's paperwork involved. I don't know what she did, and it doesn't matter to me because you know what? Errors and omissions got involved. All right? There's another thing besides education that's very important for errors and omissions. Oh, but wait a second. That lawsuit can turn right back on you because most of these companies, whatever they pay and their litigations, they're coming right back on you, and you're paying them. Okay? It wasn't you, but I'm telling you the way they do it.
Oh, really?
Yes, ma'am. They're coming right back on you for their attorney fees and so forth. You caused the problem. They didn't. You caused it.
How would they charge that?
How would they charge you?
Yeah.
Well, 2 ways. We're going to take you to court, and if you can't pay, we'll put a judgment on you. I mean, that's not Partnership Realty, guys. Understand this? I'm telling you how they do it. All right? How they do it. So they'll get a judgment on you, and then they'll come and collect with that judgment. So that's either going to make your career or that's going to what? Break your career. So why don't we do something? Can I help you guys? I've been doing this for 32 years. I've been doing this now for 27 years for Partnership Realty, and our errors and omissions is untouched. And I'm going to keep it that way. With the education, you guys know there were classes going on here. Was it Friday? So there were classes on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. All right? Now we got classes in Spanish. We got classes in English. We got a class coming up, phenomenal, that we need to talk about that, on June 13th in Creole. Okay?
I have a question for you. After let's say you go live, is this class available online for us to?
Yes, sir. We'll talk about that in 1 second. Yeah, you'll be able to view this class again and again and again and again and again from the convenience of your home. Oh, by the way, our realtors up in Pensacola, Jacksonville, Orlando, Tampa, Daytona, Miami, you're right here, next door. They don't feel like coming to class. They don't have to. It's live. And then even if it's not live, you could watch it afterwards in our library. You can go in there and watch the class. It'll always be there. 3 separate languages, okay? So the other thing besides having product knowledge, let me tell you guys what it is. It's called communication with me and the managers. 7 days a week. Many of you guys are new at me, or a few of you guys, sorry. And you guys know that one thing that I tell you that you have to do, it's mandatory. You got to get a hold of me. I don't care if it's a Saturday. I don't care if it's a Sunday. I don't care if it's a holiday. You know what I do care about? I don't want to be involved in a lawsuit. Yeah. Neither do you. Can you imagine you calling me up on a Sunday and we'll just go over it. We will find the way to fix. We've done it so far. Who's to say I'm not going to be able to do it? And we sell everything from commercial real estate to $200 million properties to a $20,000 lot. Come on. How about, do you like that word, mandatory? Yeah. So I wanted to keep it that way. But can you imagine you coming to me afterwards on a Tuesday, oh, Ismael, I got a little bit of a problem. Yeah, sounds like you got a problem. Sounds like you got a problem. I'll assist you with it, but the problem's yours. That's what people think. A lot of realtors think, nah, broker will handle it. Yeah, good luck there, pal. You want to know why? Because when they have to investigate both sides of the story, correct? They always have to investigate. I don't care who it is. DBPR, FREC, Grievance Committee, Compliance Committee, or an attorney, or attorneys. They have to hear both sides of the story. So when they come to me and they ask me, Ismael, so when did this all started? I go, I'm going to have to tell the truth. I don't know. So Ismael, when did you first meet the client? I don't know. I never met him. Ismael, did you ever meet the client? No. Who met the client? My broker did. My realtor did. So guess who's going to get the next subpoena? Right there. Who's going to DBPR want to talk to? You. Who's going to FREC want to talk to? The Grievance Committee want to hear your side of the story. I'm looking at you guys. It's you guys. So don't ever think for one moment that the broker, I'll be there to help you handle it and so forth, like I've been doing it for 27 years, okay? So, question, what is the real job of a realtor? Showing the property, the available properties? Absolutely not. We are there to assist and make sure the client is protected. How are we going to protect them? Certainly not by tucking them in bed at nights. We're not going to tuck them in at bed, okay? We're going to help them with their transaction, with the commission. Sorry, not the commission, the escrow deposit, the transaction. Because from one transaction goes to another. When a buyer's buying a property from a seller, that seller, in many, many occasions, buying another investment property, or buying another home to live at, or got to go rent someplace. They need this closing to be able to close that one. You know, so it turns into a trickle effect, okay, like a dominoes effect. I've seen 3 or 4 transactions out of one. So guys, why don't we do our jobs right, all right? So let's see what this class is about. So now, do you guys think that this class would be like a 30-minute class? Because I will answer that question for you. I can make it into a 20-minute class. I give you my freaking word on it. I'll have you out of here in 15 minutes. I'm that good. I've not been in real estate for 32 years. And you want to see me have you out of here in 15 minutes? No. I will have you out of here. But you know what you're going to know about real estate? Zero. Do you want to make a career out of this? We have a lady here today that I'm so proud to know her and stuff like that. And I have to, please, I gotta bring you up. How long have you been in real estate?
40 years. Wow.
There we go, guys. 40 freaking years. That is a career. Who's been your boss in 40 years? Nobody. You.
Exactly.
It's just been nobody telling you what to do. You've controlled the money that you want to make. You've done very great, phenomenal deals that I've heard and everything like that. Independent contractor, independent lady. You own your own business. Because here, a partnership realty, you own your own business. Do you have any expenses? Zero. You can use this office or any of our office. I mean, you own your own business. But this is a career. It's a career for me. I hope I make it to 40 years. I'm there. I hope to.
No lawsuits?
No. I get lawsuits on a weekly basis and stuff like that. No. I'll handle them. I'm fine with that. Don't worry about it. When you guys get a lawsuit, the first thing you do is come to see me. And besides, the lawsuit's not just coming to you, it's coming to me too. I'm the one who's going to be calling you up. Hey, what are you doing Tuesday? Can we meet at 12? All right, so anyway, listen, guys, we have to know our paperwork. We have to know which paperwork must be in there. And when the paperwork is properly documented, nothing is going to happen to you. I spoke to a realtor again this weekend. We went over the entire file. I said to him, her, sleep tranquil. She's all nervous because she's got this major nonsense going on. To me, it's nonsense. But, hey, anyone that files a complaint to any of the departments that I've told you, they have to look into it, whether it's nonsense or not. And then they determine whether there's probable cause or not. But they have to look into it. But when you get a letter from FREC or DBPR, you get a letter or something like that, or from an attorney, guess what? I guarantee you, you guys aren't used to that. You're not used to being in court and litigating. I guarantee you, you'll be having upset stomachs, headaches. I don't know what you'll be drinking, you know. Okay, so alcohol maybe, I don't know. I don't want you guys to do that. So what I told them was, I want you to sleep tranquil. You're going to be okay, all right? I promise you. Give you my word on this. You're going to be okay. Why? Because your paperwork is flawless. Flawless. And we've got the transaction coordinators. Every single time that I know that there's a problem and the transaction coordinators are involved, it's like nothing to me. It's like, oh, we'll talk about something else. Because I know the paperwork is flawless, okay? So transaction coordinators to me, I love the realtors that come to me and go, oh, so what do you need in a file? Did you not go to school? Did they not tell you need every darn thing there is in there, okay? You need everything, everything. And besides, we have a checklist. But your file should not look this thick. If you bring me a file this thick, I am nervous as heck. And you guys don't understand. You guys are in trouble. It's your file. But when you bring me a file this thick, I know that all the paperwork is in there and you are protecting yourself. That's what you guys are doing, is protecting yourself. From who? Remember nowadays we're doing exercises, eating correctly, keeping ourselves away from those funeral homes. But we also have to keep ourselves away from what? Those attorneys. Okay? How can you do that? By doing your paperwork correctly. Knowing what form comes first, which one's second, at what time it comes in, which one's third, which one's fourth. You know what I mean? You have to know how to do it, all right? So, you asked me a question. Where are the classes? For example, if you have to leave early, you can't stay for the entire class. Sign up to our prclasses.com. That's for our partnership Realty Realtors. I've seen other realtors go in there and I popped them right out. Unless you're a partnership realty, you can't go in there.
No, I go, I use it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Our realtors in Orlando and Tampa, Palm Bay, Ocala, everywhere. Our realtors throughout the entire state of Florida. All right, they're watching this class. They could see this there at any time they want. You guys just go in there. It's in Spanish, English, and Creole. Once you click on Spanish, the whole site turns into Spanish. All the categories will be right there on the left.
And I save them in the favorites, whatever.
Yeah, you could. There's a little heart. You click it as favorite, and then you'll know that's the next class I got to watch. Okay. So yeah, there's a little heart, and it saves it in favorites. But then if you click it in English, the whole site turns into English. You know, and there are many classes there. There are buyers classes, sellers, everything you're looking for. Even the class schedule is in there. If you look at class and events, you will see all the classes coming up. You will see all of our events because we work with a lot of top developers. And these developers, I mean, we're not just selling homes for $500,000, you know, $800,000. We're selling homes, condos for $60 million, $50 million, $30 million. Well, why not you guys? Tell me.
Exactly.
I mean, I just want somebody to raise their hand and say, Ismael, I don't have the qualifications to sell a property of, $30 million. Do you guys know how many properties are being sold in Brickell Avenue, in Sunny Beach, Sunny Isles, Miami Beach, Sunny Isles, all of that area over there at that price, new constructions, and the commissions are monsters. Have you guys ever seen a commission on a $30 million property, $18 million? Well, why should you not see it? Tell me. I'm not worthy of it. Come on, somebody say that to me. I'm not worthy of it. I'm not worthy. I go, yeah, you're right. Come with me. Listen, there's a laundromat next door, and they're hiring. I am not worthy of it. I'm telling you, there's a laundromat. There's a sign right there. I saw it this morning. We're hiring. Maybe you're worthy of that. What? You're going to sell these properties. You just have to come with us. We invite you. Beautiful lunches, beautiful presentations, and then you become an expert of that community, that high riser, and now you start marketing for it. You guys have to come. You can't stay with those 150,000.
Find out when you're having these meetings.
You go right here. Oop, darn it. Sorry. You go right, once you open up right there, up on the top, it says classes.
Pre-classes. Okay.
It says when you have to register to get in there.
Okay.
Then you got the home page. It says English, Spanish, Creole. Then on the right of that, it says classes and events.
Okay.
And that's when you're going to know all the classes that are coming up. And that's how you're going to know all the events.
I thought you did it in the old-fashioned way, caravan.
No. Oh, that's a ways back, right? No, I still send it to you by email.
Yes.
It's in your Telegram. That's on your cell phone. It's in Facebook. It's in Instagram. And now I've got it right there. Come on. The only other way, which I'm not going to do, is go knock on your door and let you know about the next class coming up. That I'm not going to do. So listen, this could be a 5-minute class. All you guys have to do is 4 things that I request. Go show the property first. Second, be at your inspection. Third, go to your closing. Last, come to the classes. Look at this, so easy. Let the transaction, this is our manager, Sonia Estevez. She's got a full team of ladies and 1 gentleman that will assist you with all your paperwork and make sure that these contracts are not out of compliance. Because if you miss a date in that contract, wait, did you hear that one? I said you miss a date. Because the client's going to say, I don't know, that's why I hired you. I don't know anything about, contracts. That's why I hired you. All right, so who missed the date? Ta-da. So who's liable here? Ta-da. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so if you want to prevent all that, just go show the property, and then you go to Sonia. Hey, Sonia, I want to put an offer on this property, and my client does, and they'll take it from A to Z. They'll take do the whole kit and caboodle, and all you have to do is go show the properties first. Second, what you got to go do is go to the inspection. Third, go to your closing out of gratitude, appreciation, and so forth. And fourth, now this frees you up to do more marketing. This frees you up to, frees you up. Is that the right word? No, it makes you freer. Okay, freeze. God, I'm like, free you up, okay? Wow, I'm having a great morning. It does free you up, okay, to come to the more classes, do more marketing, go to the events, and close more deals. I've had many realtors have come to me and they said, how do I close more deals? Well, stop doing your administrative paperwork. It's tedious. It'll sit you behind a desk, and you'll be there where you can be more productive on networking, selling, marketing, getting more files, showing more properties, making more money. Because nowadays, guys, any closing on a property, pretty decent. Okay? So yeah, imagine closing more deals, per month. So there's your secret right there, guys. This class could be over by now, if you wanted to. Just go.
To buy a broker.
All right. Yeah, all right. Sorry. So here's our title agency. All right. Our title agency is there to protect you as well too. The transaction, everything. Okay. They're overlooking completely everything. We have Victoria as well too. She's phenomenal. She will help you with preliminary HUDs. She'll help you with everything. From James, who is our office manager, to Victoria. They are there 7 days a week. Try to get that from another title agency.
Serious?
7 days. This office is 7 days a week, including holidays. Because you guys are out showing properties, because people, they work from Monday to Sunday. They got double jobs, day and night jobs. The only times they got to go see a property is Memorial Day, 4th of July. So should your office be there to support you? I would imagine so. I mean, wait. Yeah, we'll keep it like that one. I would imagine so. Okay? This is a listing class. Pre-inspections, I highly, highly recommend it. Why do I recommend pre-inspections? You guys are going to save your client. You're there to help the client get the most amount of money for their homes. But a lot of them, we live in South Florida. It rains here like, it's probably raining outside right now. You know what I mean? So it rains here constantly, weekly. And the raindrops and a lot of wood, sometimes you have what's called dry rot. People confuse dry rot with what? Termite. Yeah. Thank you. All right? Why don't we prevent this? They'll do termites inspections. They'll do everything. But we'll get that prevented. We'll get all the little flaws in the home. And then you want to keep a list. This is really important. And show the buyer of all the upgrades that have just been done. And the buyer truly appreciates, or buyers appreciate, that the seller took, an initiative into fixing these items, so you wouldn't have to worry about it. But here, let me give you another flip side of that story. Some of these buyers agents are pretty savvy. They're going to come in there, and they're going probably there's maybe, I don't know, $500-600 worth of repairs, truly. They're going to exaggerate the living bejeebies out of that. No, there's about $15,000 here of, of repairs.
And you add a little flavor to it.
Yeah.
This was just recently done, so it also has a warranty from Home.
That's why you've got 40 years experience. Okay, guys? I mean that. Listen to her. All right? We think alike. All right? Yeah, now if you're a seller, and they'll make an argument about it. No, it's got to get fixed. And then the buyers are going to be panicking. Do you know the biggest thing, one of the biggest commitments in a buyer's life is what? Buying a home. You can buy a car, man. You could probably get out of it if you bought it right. You can probably make money on it, right? You make money. And sometimes those commitments are 2 years, 3 years, 5, 6 years. Okay, those are really not. But buying a home where the people are saving their money and putting everything they've got down on this property, their entire life savings, and now signing a 30-year commitment. Ouch. 30 years. I didn't say 3 years. I didn't say 5 years. I said 30 years. And they put all their money down. Are they shaking? Are they afraid? You bet your life they are, man. Heck, you can get divorced. Sorry, you can get married and get divorced 2 days later. Yeah, sorry, buddy, it didn't work out. You know what I mean? Let's just go back to that courthouse and we'll strike that one. Huh?
There are some 40-year mortgages.
Yeah, there are. That's
Once the prices went up that minimum.
Yeah, there were.
Extended it to 40.
They're still out there. They're still out there for the really high-end properties, the really expensive ones, And a lot of these people have the capability, which I've done all the time. I always get a 30-year mortgage. I get clients that walk in and they'll tell me, I want to go for the 15-year mortgage with the lesser interest rate. And I go, don't do that. Go with the 30-year mortgage. Your payment's going to be less. Your monthly obligation is going to be a heck of a lot less. And I'll show you how to pay off a 30-year mortgage in 7 years, 5 years. I'll show you how to do it. Sell a couple extra houses a year. There's so many different ways, okay?
You gotta teach me.
Yeah, we'll do that. I've done these classes. I've done those classes. So I try to help realtors and the clients pay off their homes way early and not have to pay for 30 years because 30 years, very darn well, if you financed $100,000, you end up paying what? $400 at the end of 30 years. You paid that home off how many times? 4 times. Yep. So why do that? Why not educate them? Isn't that our job? Mm-hmm. It is our job.
Because I'm all in, because that's why I switched to partnership, because I looked out there, what's out there, and this is a better,
Thank you. We work really hard on education. As you see, this whole entire week, nothing but education. I didn't say a single word when I was sitting at that meeting yesterday with the top brokers, very top brokers, top agencies, huge agencies, not small companies, not little 5, 10, 25 people in that company, okay? And they're all talking about how much money they had to spend in litigation. We didn't. Why? It's because of education and communication with me. All right, back to this. This is something that you guys want to, oh darn it. This is something that you guys want to do without a doubt, man. This right here, home inspection, this is, I mean, a pre-home inspection. Always, they're inexpensive. And then in many cases, you know, you could always say that you have a home inspection, and it'll save some money for the buyers as well too. They'll appreciate it.
You're absolutely right, because the home inspection is also guaranteed if it's a decent home inspector.
Yes, it is.
When you have that guarantee, the buyer knows that they can go after them if they.
Oh, absolutely.
Something.
Well, and no one's, listen guys, no one's going to risk their license nowadays.
Right.
Are you kidding? They're not.
Right.
People are professionals like we are, and no one's going to risk their license.
Gives the buyer a huge incentive.
Yeah, exactly. And this is not, you're helping that seller not have to reduce his price down $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 or $10,000, $15,000, $20,000. You know, you're helping them and doing a walkthrough by just doing a walkthrough and getting all those items corrected. But the beautiful thing I love about doing that, besides providing the home inspection, is showing the items that were corrected. I love doing that.
Yep.
Yeah, that
Yep.
is
Right on.
Yeah.
I'm going to an issue now with a bridge loan. With a bridge loan,
Yeah.
The buyer went to the seller listing agent first. So now it's after. I say if you had come to me first,
Yeah.
then it could have been different. So now it's in the selling listings agent best interest not to disclose anything.
Yeah, you know, that's like a double-edged sword, even though we're a transaction broker, guys. You know, but let's say that you represent the seller. Well, a transaction broker means complete full fiduciary to both sides, to either the seller and the buyer, okay? But, you know, an argument could be made up in court on that one. Who are you really looking out for? The seller or your buyer?
Whoever hires you.
I'm telling you, attorneys are sharp as heck, and they're there to do what? Make what? Money.
Yep.
Because they want their wives to drive, or their husbands, or themselves, to drive very nice cars and children to go to good schools.
Benjamin.
Yeah. It's like a funeral home. Is that a bad comparison today, funeral homes? I'm bringing death into this, you know. But seriously, a funeral home, they don't want you to come in walking. They don't want you to. All right, drop that subject. Drop the subject. Let's get into another topic. All right, steps, guys. You have to determine the CMA, your market analysis. All right, Flex MLS or Matrix, they both provide it. So you want to look at the active, pending, contingent, back on the market, and closed only in the last 6 deals to be able to determine the right value of this property. Can you ask a little bit more? Yes, you can. You can always ask a little bit more. So I do a lot of questions after class. So I want you guys to please write this down for me. I want you to, if you could, you're going to ask me because I will forget, promise you. I'm like Dory from Nemo. I will forget in a matter of minutes, okay? Ask me how to present to a seller an offer, you know, for price value, and in the best way that I know of. There you go. I'm being very decent in the cameras right now. And I'm going to give you guys tips. All right? But you got to ask me that, because if not, you know who's going to lose on this one here? I'm going to show you guys who's going to lose on this. I wish I could turn the camera around and put you guys on the screen. You guys are losing. You're going to be losing listings. And Partnership Realty gets a lot of listings because we I give you my knowledge that I've got, that I've been doing for a very long time and very successful, and I got very successful realtors here, okay? So that's one that you must know, all right? But if you guys don't ask me, I promise you I'll forget. All right, so last 6 months, and you need to, when you're doing this market analysis, correct, in CMA, you need to look at how many days it's been on the market. You need to look at the conditions of the property. If it's still in its, original stage when it was first built. That's very, very important. When you're comparing properties, only compare between $300 to $400 square feet up or down. So you can't have an 1,800 square foot home and then compare it to 2,800. That'll never happen. That'll never fly. But you can do it because an appraiser is going to do the very same thing. They're going to find comparables that are 300, 200 less, 200, 300 over, and then they're going to adjust for it, and then that's how they're going to determine value on it. So upgrade, features, pool, bedroom count, bathroom count, patios, land size, all of that, guys, has to do with you determining the market value. Okay? Documents. Extremely important that you must get these documents. Telling you, I hate going to the closing table and seeing people going to the closing tables and then sellers thinking that they're going to get X amount of dollars and they're getting X amount of dollars less. If you get the right proper documentation, we can determine, I can do it for you. I teach you guys how to do what's called the seller's net sheet. It's called the seller's net sheet. Got it? That's called the seller's expenses. All right, I will show you guys how to do it. Or you can get a preliminary HUD, same thing. But we need the exclusive listing agreement. We need the compensation disclosure. Yeah, we need the commission agreement, the CA8, HOA information, HOA monthly coupons, tax roll, tax bill, current mortgage statement, property seller's disclosure, seller's net sheet. Now, we're going to ask all these questions. How many people are on title? Guys, you need to get everybody to sign that exclusive listing agreement, not just one person. Are we clear on that one? Absolutely. That one's something that I see ever so often. Ask if there are any open permits. Title company's going to find out. Any outstanding violations? Do you have a second mortgage? Do you know that there are individuals that do not know that they have a second mortgage? Why? No, seriously. Well, because they got a loan, okay, it was a county loan, or they got one of these down payment assist programs that's giving you 10, 15 more dollars, but they put it at the end. You don't have to pay for it until you sell the property or refinance the home, okay? So here you are selling a property. Next thing you know, surprise, 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 you're getting $10,000 less. Another thing that I forgot to put on there, are there any leases? Like, for example, people have gotten like water treatments, right? All of these, for the water treatments, they got the filters and all of that. That's under a lease. That's got to get paid off.
And the solar panels.
Solar panels, thank you. You know, things like that. Ask those questions. And then here comes one that nobody likes on surprises. Any assessments pending by the community? Got it? And how about capital contribution? It's out there, $5,000, $1,500. I've seen them $700. Now that's not damaging, but $5,000, I think you'll catch somebody's attention to go, what? You know what I mean? Someone's gonna bark at that one. $5 grand? Wait, I've seen 25,000, but now we're in a different category. You should know what the heck you're doing at that point, you know. But even if you're down to selling a villa that's got a capital contribution of only $1,000, you need to know that. Yeah, absolutely. Capital contribution of $125,000. Different categories, but nevertheless, same principle. We need to know what we're doing. Okay. Adiel? So for further information, guys, this is a partnership realty class. The ones that are not, you could always call today. There's my phone number. Find out more about partnership realty. Find out more about our support, our tools, our technology, our pay plan, which is the best. Okay. And I would have to say that do you guys agree that we have the best pay plan in the state of Florida? Without a doubt. Okay. So everyone online, there's my phone number. Call me up. I'll update you guys on this here.
Always answers.
Adi?